Okay, it is Sunday, February 19th, 2023 at 7:59 p.m. And as you can see, I'm a little bit of a mess right now, but I just came home maybe an hour ago from hanging out with Janelle. We did some work together. We're preparing to start creating the first company informational video that okay, that is not what I was wanting to go to. Yeah, it's well, it wasn't that much that was written, but we got some work done. I got a script going. Um and as I go, I'll be practicing it during this week, and hopefully next week we're going to try and film it inside my living room cuz you know, it's better to save money cuz like what I was going to do, I was going to rent out like a studio that had like kind of a backdrop, and now it's like I think that would have been like $60 an hour at least. So that's like 100, and then it's a minimum of 2 hours. So $120 that we do have but can't afford. We're focusing on the advertisements, in which those went live today, right when I kind of met Janelle. We went to the one on the cafe in Kingsway. Anyways, so that's kind of like just basically what happened today. I woke up pretty late. Woke up at like 10:30ish. Um, So I'm a little bit tired now. My head hurts. I think it's my lack of water. Also, I do gotta get a haircut as well. But anyways, the point of the video, or the point of why I'm making this video right now, it's because I was thinking about the booklet I was creating, in which I still plan to finish that, but also I need to you know do some actual research on what shingle options that we're gonna provide and suggest to our customers. And I was thinking, like, so what are like the best brands? And most people say it's Certainteed and Gaff, especially here in Canada. Gaff is like one of the most popular ones. Um, it's quite a large company, but like also a lot of roofers prefer Certainteed because they have higher quality materials, and also I think a better warranty. But I only take their word for it. I've only watched a few videos, and I haven't looked at the warranties myself. So I was like, okay, let's like look into it. So I was like, okay, I'm pretty set on you know using Gaff and Certainteed as that's what we're gonna like install on roofs. So I'm like, so it's those two that will provide those options. And also, with Certainty, they have like a bunch of different styles and stuff like that. So, um, we can provide different options when we use Certainteed, but we also have the other option of Gaff. So, yeah, so I think those are the two brands we're gonna push to like install. So then next step is to kind of know the differences between them, and we need to know the details of each of them, because I mean Certainteed, they have well they have a lot more than what I opened here, but one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. They have 8 lines of shingles that kind of look similar and are like kind of the most common style of roofing here in Vancouver. So I clicked on all of them, but they also have like a bunch of other ones that are like more stylish, and like if you want to have your house look a certain way, then that's like kind of like what you go to. They're like the luxury kind of stuff. So I think Certainty is a pretty solid company, but we need to know the differences between all of these shingles, and then the different warranties, lengths, conditions, and stuff like that. So we can provide the best option for our customers, right? Because I mean, if we don't know what we're talking about, and we're like, I mean, we could just pick one of these because like Certainty is a solid brand, but like if we don't know exactly what we're providing our customers, I think that's a very dangerous thing, right? Um, so I want to look into all these different options and do like a full research project on GAF and Certainteed, all the difference between the warranties, the different protections, different layering, different specializations of each of these shingles, because some of them specialize in algae resistance, some of them specialize in wind resistance, some of them specialize in like, I think it's like sun bleach resistance or something like that, or like, I don't know. Um, Yeah. So compiling all that, so do that with Certainteed, do that with GAF. Make sure that we understand the warranties. Make sure that we follow all the guidelines for the requirements of the warranties, um, and be able to present this all in a presentable and organized manner. And that's also the thing where, like, to be able to provide all this information accurately and in a digestible, simple way for our customers, we have to be genuine experts ourselves on these products, right? Like on these things, so then when we present them, we can actually know the difference like that, right? So it got me thinking again, and the title of this video is like, I gotta slow down. Like I want to grow a lot. I want to be within the next 3 years. Within the next 3 years, I want to become one of the largest, if not the largest, roofing company in Vancouver and in the lower mainland area. Within the next 5 years, I want to be known nationally. Oh, well, I'm pretty sure I mentioned my 5-year plan in another video before, but like, um, actually, yeah, no, I think within 5 years we can become one of the largest companies, if not the largest company in the Lower Mainland area. Because I looked it up a little bit. The largest companies in Canada do like the top 8. I think the largest one does like a couple hundred million. I think it was like 900 million or something, so like almost a billion. And I don't know what they're doing to get all that revenue, but the more attainable ones are the ones that are around 40 to 60 million dollars in revenue, in which I think we can definitely do that. Um, so I think within 5 years, with you know the right structure and actual um, good practices, that we can get to $65 million in revenue, if not more. And I'm very serious about that. I'm very confident about that. Um, yeah. So back to my previous point is that to become that, we kind of just rush this process, right? And well, and already a lot of people would say like 5 years to go get to 65 million, like you're crazy. Like to be one of the top companies, roofing companies in Canada, you gotta be crazy. That's already rushing it, right? Um, but I say to that, times have changed. Information is widely accessible. Um, and with the right attention and the time, effort, and a focus to learn these things effectively and quickly, but implement them carefully and slowly with intention, right? And I think it could compound really well. So, like the first year, so this year, sorry, I'm kind of like dodging the topic a little bit, but I was like, I've been trying to rush everything. Well, not really rush, but like I want these things to happen a lot faster. And like I was thinking about the booklet and doing all this research, and I was like, to do a genuine research project on all this, to combine all the information and then create a digestible, uh, presentable like collection of all this information, right, to our customers, right? If we do provide that, but like it's not just for our customers; it's also for us internally to know what we're talking about and what we're doing. But that will take a lot of time. Like thoroughly researching and going through this stuff will take a lot of time and dedication, right? So it's like if I do that now, if I like put all my time into this, so I can know all of this within the next like 2 weeks, that's a lot of time where I also need to be focusing on the marketing, right? The advertising, more specifically, the sales, having a sales presentation, getting all that together, whether it's like the physical things and also the digital things, and then also creating a good pipeline and process and systems in place to be able to smoothly, seamlessly, and effectively handle these clients to where it's the best customer experience possible, right? And then there's a million things that I need to do, right? But I know one thing Alex Hormozy really talks about, or one thing that I heard him mention more than once, was that some of the biggest problems, or like some of one of the first things they do when they like invest in a company and have part ownership in a company is that they start to completely restructure the management and the systems and processes that they have in place, because a lot of these companies grew really fast, right? But in exchange for kind of lackluster processes and subpar systems that they exchange for that fast growth, right? And so I kind of want to avoid that, right? I mean, but obviously, if you go really fast, right? It's sorry, I'm just kind of tired because like I was walking a lot, but when you go really fast, it's not like the worst thing in the world, right? Well, it's a blessing and a curse, because obviously you grow really big, but then like if you keep growing at that pace, you can't keep up with it, and then like you start struggling and there's bottlenecks and stuff like that. So it's like I don't want our company to be like that, right? And I'm very confident that we can grow and be a big company in a decently short amount of time, right? Relatively to other traditional businesses and stuff like that. So I can't do this research project and thoroughly go through it to fully comprehend and understand it without having the time dedication. Same thing with the system and implementation, creating a sales kit, creating a sales system, script, uh, training, hiring employees, um, managing the social media, presence on multiple different platforms, having different content pieces per week and stuff like that. Like there's a million things that I need to do, but I can't do it all, right? So, or I mean, I could, right? But like, I couldn't do it all effectively. Um, to where it's like a good thing, especially because we're trying to position ourselves as a premium roofing company. Having subpar systems is not a good thing. We're going to need to be able to actually like professionally and yeah, I mean professionally deal with our clients, right? And then give them an amazing customer experience. Yeah, but So I gotta slow down, basically, and I gotta stop thinking about growing to $1 million this year, right? Because I mean, potentially, right? Like doing the math, if we don't change, like if we don't hire anyone else, right, and we kind of keep it where we're at right now, but we just improve, our sales system and improve our pipeline and systems to handle these customers, our potential limit, like without changing too much, except improving the things that we should have done last year, honestly, and were able to do last year, our hypothetical max is 550,000, right, in revenue, gross revenue. And actually, a pretty good percentage of that is net profit, right? And obviously, depending, and especially if we do um, start selling these more premium services, right, at a significantly higher cost than what we were doing last year, because like we did, well, last year we did like 2 jobs for 16,000, which like what our lowest we wanted to go was 19,000. Um, that's pretty significantly smaller profit margin. But if instead we charged 20,000 and we got that job, well, we already have that big enough. And since we don't have that many employees, the overhead cost isn't that much. So we have a lot left over. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Also, one thing that I'm gonna confront my dad about is me having full control of basically everything with the business. And I kind of just want him to be an employee. I don't want him touching the money at all. I don't want him. I honestly don't want him having access to the bank account, because numerous times I've like told him. I talked to him like, Dad, you can't just take and withdraw money from the business bank account just randomly. I told him this one day, and then the next day he took out like $3,000. I'm like, Father, please, Father, you can't do this, because I mean, obviously you can, right? But it's like you have to record it, and then you have to have like a whole like a little process of how to handle it, right? So it's like literally like if my dad does not agree for me like to have control over this, I'm not going to work with him. And you know what? Um I thought about it like a little bit more recently, but like my I've had this like idea or like this plan for a while. I'm gonna go talk to Mr. Lee, which is he was my woodwork teacher in high school, and I want to see if you can connect me with someone in the RCB, I forgot what it's called, but it's the the s- the official roofing school here in BC. It's where like everyone goes. I think it's in Abbotsford or Langley or something. But I just need one connection that is a certified, red seal, or at least is a professional, like a actual professional that can help me hire one person. I just need one person that is a equivalent to, the the guy from the school, right? I just need him to help me hire one person, and that person can help me hire another person. And honestly, before I wasn't really willing to do it, but like if I get one person that knows what he's doing, that knows what he's talking about, that has gone through schooling, right? Red Seal, like I'd be working with him, right? On those days, because like I wouldn't want him to be alone. But then he helps me hire another person, then that person replaces me, and then we hire another person, and ideally one more person, a 4-person crew, and then you know, it's like kind of like a snowball. Yeah, it's a snowball. So I need one person so I can separate myself from my father because I love my dad. I love my dad. He loves me. He loves me and my brother. He's a family guy, but he doesn't know how to manage. He doesn't know how to organize. He doesn't know how to create systems and stuff like that. But he like knows what he's talking about with roofing. Like he's doing it for decades. Um, so like I trust him to do the roof like completely, right? Equivalent to like an actual like red seal worker. But like I gotta have confidence in building something with like separate from my dad, right? Because uh, I want to retire my dad next year so he doesn't have to work anymore because he's getting old. And when I say old, I mean like he's not as strong as he used to be. And especially a good example was our most recent project that we're helping Energy with. He was trying to lift a bundle of shingles on the roof, but he just couldn't. Not because he couldn't lift it. I think it was harder for him to lift it, but like also because like it was kind of a steep slope, right? And my dad like put it on there. He was like, "Oh crap!" and he put it back down, and I had to carry the shingles by myself, basically. But he's pushing 55. I think he's 53 right now. So I think it's close for him to retire. Um, so next year I don't want him working, not because like I don't trust him or anything. I want my dad to relax. Because he's worked hard without much results for like decades, basically. Well, years, because like 2006, apparently we're pretty stable, but like 2008 happened. So as much as I want this to go super super fast, and I want to have as much growth as I can, in which I'm still gonna go like I'm still gonna put effort into making this happen as reasonably quickly as possible. Right? I'm not gonna I'm not gonna deliberately hold myself back. I don't know, it's hard to describe. Like I'm gonna go full steam, but I'm not gonna rush implementing these processes. Like I wanna go like for this research project, I wanna go full steam on like doing it and putting the effort in, but I'm not gonna rush how long it takes. If it takes 2 weeks, then it takes 2 weeks. If it takes a month, it takes a month. And if it takes 4 months, it takes 4 months, right? But for more of the important things, like having proper systems in place, creating sales system, getting connections and stuff like that, um, some of more essential things that you know, I don't know. I just I gotta take a deep breath. I gotta relax, and I gotta make sure that we properly put these systems in place so um, it doesn't give us a problem later down the line, right? Foundational things. I've been like preaching it a lot lately, right? I was like, because I remember just talking to this guy that messaged me on LinkedIn, right? And he's like a drone person, promotional video creator. Um, and I was like, I told him that this year not we're not focusing on growth. We're focusing on just the fundamentals, and that's it. And I mean, I'm preaching it, but I don't really believe it. I'm not really doing that. So I got to slow down a little bit. I actually have to make sure we get these fundamentals down. So the next year, we're going all out next year. So because once we have these fundamentals down, right? Systems in place, sales systems, um, customer CRM. Our CRM is in place, management and stuff like that this year, then that means we can focus on the more growth oriented aspects of business. So, like sales, marketing, and getting more people, like more field workers and new hires and stuff like that. So, because we'll have the systems in place to be able to handle that, right? Hypothetically, if I do it right this year, right? So if I look back at this video and I'm like, "Corey, what the fuck? You like?" I'm counting on myself. Future me is counting on me to get the fundamentals down this year. The fundamentals. We're not gonna go for anything crazy this year. Just solid, reasonable, and amazing fundamentals. Fundamentals, right? Astonishing fundamentals. Out of this world fundamentals, unmatched fundamentals, unparalleled fundamentals is what we're gonna do this year. This is really one of those moments where like I'm like you have to slow down like the short term like reward of like so then you can have more success next year, right? Yeah. But I'm hoping I just need one red seal worker. One red seal worker. That's all I need. So well I'll get that. I'll get that done. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I wanna go to sleep after this. Um, one, because I wanna like start sleeping early again because I messed up my sleeping schedule again. But two, I'm tired. Three, start waking up early. It's honestly beyond the point of what I was trying to say, but finish creating our offer and what we're actually gonna provide our customers, not just replacement customers, but also roof repair customers and then new construction customers and real estate developers. Because I mentioned before, there's this one guy that provided us a bunch of um, leads or like cold calls, information of like real estate developers. If we make connections with those, because holy crap, Vancouver, Surrey, Richmond, Coquitlam, they're all trying to grow and grow and grow. Um, Especially in Vancouver, since there's a lot of old houses, a lot of them are being torn down and rebuilt and stuff like that. So there's a big, big, big opportunity there within the next coming years. So, um, as I said, create the fundamentals so we are prepared for when there's a big boom in real estate development, in which there's already it's starting to boom, right? We just gotta get our gotta get our shit together, basically. Um, yeah. Anyways, I'm really tired. What I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna touch my my iPad. I'm gonna put my phone on silent and I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'll probably read a book or something if I'm like not tired enough. But I'm not gonna go on my devices because that leads me down a rabbit hole. Okay, I am gonna go and leave now. It is Sunday, February 19th, 2023 at 8:28 p.m. And I'll probably make a video sometime soon. Um, yeah, because I'm excited of the video that me and Janelle are gonna make. Company informational video for the website. Okay. Uh, it's 8:29 now, by the way. Okay, bye.